Hello, PMC fans, and fans of Pokemon, and fans of white dudes with tattoos. We are here, and it's time. Got the interview of the commish fish himself, the Ambassador Opis,
Hello.
John J-Specs, coach of the Hamden High Dragons.
I don't say horse anymore, and people, I just tell them that I'm gonna pee on them.
And he follows through with that promise.
I whip out the peen and I let it loose.
Minute Maid, Minute Maid lemonade from my testicle, boo.
Minute Maid lemonade. We want take Jake, baby. We ain't doing nothing back.
This is gonna be a really fun interview. And I should also point out, I'm the white guy with tattoos. John is not a white guy with tattoos.
True, I'm black and I don't have any tattoos or piercings, but I mean, he didn't ask about the piercings. So,
I got a piercing on my nutsack. Now,
listen for holy.
Okay, welcome, John. Is this your first season of the PMC? Because I'm not sure, but welcome to the league.
Yeah, this is my first season. J-Specs asked me to come through and take over because he's gay. So I mean, I was like, you know what? The one and only John said we about to be all in, and
he's no.
So we all in, and we out, boy.
You're basically Battler X. That's what you are. You're no longer J-Specs. You're just John. Battler J. There we go.
So what do?
Okay, so, what are your thoughts on leagues, Mr. Sir?
Leagues have reinvigorated my interest in Pokemon. If it wasn't for league format, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't play Pokemon, but if it wasn't for league format, I wouldn't go out of my way to meet as many people in the YouTubing community as I did, just because Let's Plays and stuff like that, even though sometimes they're fun to watch, they are very taxing and tedious to do. I know because I tried. Even like there was only one Let's Play I was having a lot of fun doing, and that was, well, not one, there was a few, but there was one that didn't feel like a chore at all, and that was my Blaze Black 2 that I ended up losing episode 8. And even then it was tedious, like having to sit down and make sure my family had shut up to record.
It's like deja vu.
All that good stuff is just like, because I have to, for one, even in YouTube in general, I have to be in the mood to record. Oh my god, and I'm getting messages.
All right.
Hold on. Good lord, Facebook, I have to close that out. Oh Jesus, one take Jake, people. I don't care about them things.
I'm gonna eat some chocolate real quick.
Yeah, it's like I already have to be in the mood to record anything. So even though before I had my job I would be up early in the morning, I wouldn't feel like recording in the morning, so I wouldn't record, and lively, like when it gets dark out, it's dark for you heathens. And yeah, I don't know. So league format pretty much made, and it's a lot of fun, man. I love prepping.
Oh yeah, I feel you. I can legitimately say, if leagues didn't exist, first of all, I would have no friends on the internet, and second of all, I would not play Pokemon anymore. I've got 2 islands in the Sun and Moon. I haven't played it since then. And if I did upload, which I probably wouldn't, it would probably be Overwatch or Dark Souls. So, yep, I feel you on that. And since you are a new player, how did you find out about the PMC?
I'm black, so the PMC just came to me.
You're black, so J-Specs with his mind waves just kind of said, broadcasted to all the other black people in the country, yo, hop in.
Hey, yo, my nigga, we niggas, let's team up. I was like, what else do you have to say other than that, bro? That's it right there. I'm down.
That's the mating call.
All right, people, if you're watching this and you actually think this is my first season,
I mean, I specifically pointed out that you're the commissioner in the very beginning.
Yeah, I know, but some people think way too far into things, as we know a lot of those people that like to do that.
Eggplant.
A lot of people won't, realize that this is sarcasm. But yeah, I'm Mayor McCheese. Just remember that, all right?
he's sugar daddy.
Ooh.
Yo, I'm also sad that you're the only person that understands why I said eggplant.
Oh, true? BBC, and I almost just name dropped him. I'm gonna leave
I did
that
too.
man.
I almost did too.
He's a legend. He's a legend. That's all we need to know.
He's
My
exploding
boy
on the
is a
primals.
legend. Explode! Oh my god, dirty DS ass nigga. God.
All right. Well, Mr. Sir, do you have any prior league experience to the PMC?
Yes, PMC, Orange League, UBC, WPF,
FDL,
FDL,
the Fiddle
the
League,
RG's League, which the name of it was like
PDL,
insert,
I think.
yeah, insert standard Pokemon name here.
Insert 3 letters
Pokemon
here.
Draft League.
That's actually what it was stood for too. Pokemon Draft League. Bro, what?
That's my boy though. And ABA. Most of the funny enough. Oh, and CBC. Most of the leagues I've been in, funny enough, I've been a replacement. Like one of my friends is like, AOJ Specs. I know you don't really do shutdown leagues, but this person dropped, and can you hop in on this? Sure, I'll hop in and get a few wins and then quit. Well, not quit, because most of the times I take over, the team's not a playoff team, and that's how I got introduced. Espelancer brought me to Orange League Season 1. The team was like 1-4. I ended up, I played, I think, 6 games, and I went 3-3. And we were 1 game short of playoffs, but that was literally my first ever league experience, like, at all. And at that point, all I played was OU. So,
Yeah.
I mean, pretty impressive in my opinion.
Funny enough, I've been to playoff 4 times in my year and a half of league experience, and my very first league was one of them. I got fucked up by Acid Armor Gudra
Oh, my.
in the first round.
The only leagues I don't make the playoffs for are the ones that I quit. That's literally it. Like if I quit midway, even PMC season 2, yeah, people, you can let me have it in the comment section if you want. I'll take it. But life got hard. My computer started acting up. I just had to take a step back. If I didn't quit that, I would have made playoffs. So I mean, I'm not a quitter. Don't take that as I give up. If I love drafting a team and then seeing that team all the way through. Okay, most of the leagues I've been in have died.
Yeah.
That I was like most of the leagues that I've been in that I drafted the team that I liked. Not only was I either the 1 seed or the 2 seed, the league died by like week 6.
A lot of people don't realize how difficult, or a lot of people who don't participate in leagues don't realize how difficult it is to keep a league alive all the way through.
Oh my god, they're laughing so loud.
Huh?
Please, do you hear that?
Yes, I do. It's great.
Jesus. You know what? We're one take Jake. I don't care. We're gonna that's Mom from Texas. She says, "Howdy y'all." I'm sorry.
I'm in Texas too, so howdy y'all.
True.
Anyways, what do you feel is a strength for you when it comes to battling?
My ability to adjust to whatever opponent I have to face.
True.
That's literally like what, because a lot of people look at team builders and like a lot of people don't do team builders because they say it gives away their strategies. I don't look at it like that at all, because week in and week out, I'm not just going to put 6 OU threats on the board. You know, I'm going to take in mind who I'm playing and tailor my team because of that person.
I only feel that way about people I battle more than once.
Yeah, that too. Like, it's going to be a little bit harder for me to do that this season, seeing as how we have so many new people. But, I mean, I, like, when I scout, I scout for, like, little techs. Like, when I was scouting last season, there was one thing in particular. No, I forgot whose league it was in, but somebody had a Mamoswine. And I was trying to see if he it was Osseo, I'm pretty sure. No, Osseo didn't have it. Somebody had Mamoswine, and I was basically trying to go ahead and look and make sure that they don't run freeze dry types.
Was it last season? Season 2?
It was either last season or a different league. I can't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure
last season was Misty.
Oh no, so yeah, it wasn't last season, because and then the season before that I had Mamoswine.
True.
So it must have been a different league, but I was like, that's the only thing. When I scout, I don't scout, like, because when I'm building one, I build expecting you to be the best player I'm ever gonna play in my life. Like, I don't care if you're horrible. I'm gonna prep to beat you. Like, I'm going to prep to put me in a position to beat anybody I'm playing. And then depending on if I know how you play and stuff like that, then maybe there'll be different things that are different just because I know you.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like small text. Like, will he throw natural GIF on something that's an obvious check to this? Or will he throw freeze dry on a mon that doesn't necessarily need freeze dry? You know, stuff like that is what I like to look for,
I
which
mean,
helps me adjust.
you're really good at counter taming, basically, which is what the format is about. Which, fuck you for bringing Taunt Cobalion. You
Oh my God.
read the shit out of me in that match. God damn.
Yeah, that was
That
literally
was
the
that was the
highlight of my
epitome
prep.
of you showing off what you're capable of.
Yeah, if anybody want, like, it still ended up being a very close game because me and Shao kicked everybody in the face. But when it comes to counter team, I feel like I'm good at counter teaming.
Yep.
And just to give Kyle some love, he's a hyper offensive player. If
I'm
you're
a
not
very readable player.
if you're not used to playing hyper offense and you get on a game with him and you just see 6 threats,
You're about to get dicked. You're about to get penised in the face.
you're gonna be like, oh my God. So it's just like, yeah, I feel like I can adjust well. I'm good at adjusting them straps.
Yeah. And on the other side, what's your biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness is getting flustered, getting thrown off. It doesn't happen much anymore, but it used to happen a lot season 1, which is why I did so bad in my opinion. Even though, because season 2 I started off strong. Season 1, I started off with a freaking forfeit, and then I started losing because I wouldn't necessarily say I'd have a plan, but I'd have a solid game plan as far as overall. That's another thing. I don't like making one track-minded plans. Like, I need to set this up for this to win. Only with Mega Pincer, but that's not necessarily a one-track-minded plan. You know, it's just like, if all else fails, get everything into Mega Pincer range. That's how I look at stuff like that, or Mega Lopunny range. But um, God, what was I? Yeah, no, season 1, stuff like Sharpeeno, Verd told him to bring Scarf Metagross or something like that, and min speed Scarf Metagross, like enough speed to outspeed Slowking, and then triggered the Scarf, and I was like, what? And I lost because I didn't know what at that point I was like, oh my God, I quit. Like, I don't do that anymore. I'm able to pull games back and stuff now. Like, I'm able to read stuff. But back then it was just nerves, which would lead to me getting flustered, which would lead to me losing.
Well, fuck you. Okay. I got kind of sidetracked there. But next is, how do you usually go about drafting? How do you make a plan, or how do you plan out your draft if you make a plan?
I don't make a plan at all. I usually just plan. I wait to get the draft order, and then if I'm in the middle of the draft, then I kind of feel out how the draft is going, see what's getting taken when, which, like, how things are getting taken, and depending on that, I will give myself a first pick. And from that, I mean, I just go with the flow. I just take a crack at it. But I don't like situations where people build a whole plan, and then they get sniped pick 1, and then now their whole plan is off, and then they're just complaining the whole draft. Like, I don't like
Like
to do
me.
that. I like to start off with a possibility of 3 mons that I would love to start my team off with, and then if those mons end up going, then I mean, I'll just adjust. Stuff like that. It makes it easier for me to not be sniped, and easier for me to enjoy the team that I have in front of me.
Yeah. Usually, because I'm the kind of person that plans the entire team, but usually, I build around a mega, and then I build my OUs to specifically do a job involving that mega, and then everything else is just filler to fill certain roles. So as long as I can get my first few picks in, everything else is just like, well, I got sniped. I mean, I could just pick up something else that does that same job. But sometimes I get so fucked in the beginning that it's like I got to build a whole new team.
Yeah, no, that's another thing. It's like once I get my first pick, I kind of get a picture of what I want my other core picks will be.
Yeah.
And then depending on the tier they are, I might reach a little to grab them to make sure they don't get sniped. Like what I did last season when I grabbed Blastoise, like second overall. Like
cool.
people are like, "What in the world?" And I need triggered, man. I need them. So it's just like stuff like that. But I tend to, I don't know. I tend to want things that people don't have in their plan already, most of the time. Like last season, I think I got sniped once, and then it's like even in the WPF stuff like that, I was able to get that monster team in the final season.
Oh yeah. I mean, your team now is pretty fucking crazy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I loved the team. At first, I didn't because somebody took my Mega Mastodon. We're not going to worry about that. Fuck you, Mastodon. But, it took me a while to adjust my brain because I was really set on using that Mega, and then it was gone. And it looked like it was going to get to me. And then I looked at Mastodon's team because, fun fact, people, the draft already happened. We're not doing the draft stream just because of time and lives and stuff like that. But I looked at his team, and it didn't look to me as if that Mega made any sense for his team. So I was like, I look like I'm free here. Because there were other Megas that were available for him to draft that could have filled up holes in his team at the time that I wanted it. And I just needed a fast electric type that hit hard. And he was just like, you know what? I'm going to randomly throw Mega Manectric on in this team. And I was like, fuck you.
I mean, he has like a very pseudo rain team, but like totally not.
If it wasn't for the fact that I love my Mega's nickname, I'd definitely call it my boy Noah. But hint hint, if you don't know what Mega I have, you know now. If not, oh well, wait until my draft recap.
It's Mega Aerodactyl.
How dare you?
Fuck your plan.
How dare you?
Now that I've completely ruined your plan, let's move on. Mr. John, Mr. Specs, Speckadoodles. What is your opinion is the most overrated Pokemon in this format?
Kyle.
Hi, how you doing?
Masquerain. JK.
Hey,
that's just bad.
Man, I almost uploaded a video shitting all over Masquerain. I was like, it's
really?
fucking bad. It's so bad. But
Now, my most overrated would probably be Mega Altaria. Just
True.
because for, like, the first half of the whole Gen 6 meta, it was overhyped as hell. And then the fact that it was too slow to be effective started showing up. And the fact that it was easy to get around started showing up. And then the fact that people can prep around DD Altaria pretty damn well in League format. Just League format wise, it's not as versatile as people think. I mean, maybe somebody's going to come out and bring the most heat Mega Altaria set of all time
Fury
and
attacks,
absolutely
obviously.
go crazy. But I mean, it's just especially with the nerf to pixelate and abilities like that, is Mega Altaria 100%.
I'm pretty sure that's what D-pad said. But really quick touching on the Masquerain thing. Have fun watching Power Rankings because Masquerain was picked up this season, and
Oh dear.
that does happen.
Oh, I didn't even notice it was picked up. Oh yes, yes I do.
Yep.
I know who has it.
Fuck him.
God.
But now on the other side, what mon do you think is very underappreciated? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Masquerain.
I have like 3 or 4 that I feel are underappreciated. One being Blastoise.
Mhm.
One being Mienshao.
Mm-hmm.
And the other, what was the other? It was, I'm pretty sure my final one was a tie between Meloetta and I want to say, what was my last one? Diggersby.
Ooh. Diggersby though? Earthquake hidden below?
Yeah. Now, a lot of you are probably saying, what? Diggersby is amazing. Every single league I look at, okay, PMC, every single season so far, Diggersby has not been drafted, except for last season where I drafted it. Other than that, it is always one of those tier 2 mons that is skipped over. Left there. And just, if you don't think it does enough damage, go back and watch the video where I battled Verd and watch how much damage that thing was doing.
Diggersby's amazing. I don't know why more people don't like it.
Hard.
It's very hard to get good normal stab, and Diggersby has that.
Literally. And then Mian Chao is quite frankly probably my favorite Pokemon in the format. It's fast, it hits hard with Reckless, it can be annoying with U-turn plus Regenerator. It's the best Scarfer in the format.
Yep.
That base 105 speed makes it ridiculously hard to prep around.
Yep.
Its move coverage is ridiculous.
Yep.
And Reckless High Jump Kick kicks everything in the face unless you quad resist it.
Like all you need,
And then-
the easiest set,
yeah, no, go ahead.
like it's so fucking brainless. It's just Torch Scarf with Adamant, High Jump Kick, knock off, Poison Jab, U-turn, and you're killing everything.
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 And then Blastoise, I mean, it's very low budget, bulky water that gives you Rapid Spin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you need to see how well of a bulky mon that is, watch my week 1 against Sharpedo from last season. It walled his entire squad.
Blastoise is
Like,
very bulky. People don't
Blastoise
understand
is
how bulky it is.
amazing. Like, yeah, it could do better with. It would be a lot better for Got Recover. But it gets Refresh, it gets Aqua Jet. You know, it gets so much, and the fact that it's a water type utility mon that isn't lethal.
A pure water type.
Pure water. Pure bulky water is one of the best typings in this format. It's like, if I had to do a tearing of the best typings, it would probably be like Fairy. If you can get a good Fairy, grab it as soon as possible. If you can get a good electric type, a fast electric type, grab it as soon as possible.
Water is definitely like top 3 best defensive typings, especially solo. Like it's like Fairy, Ground, Water,
Yeah,
and then Steel is up there as well.
but just like Fairy offensively is just ridiculous. Electric.
Water offensively is ridiculous.
I mean, water offensively is okay. There's a lot of bulky grass types that can.
Jonah,
solo water.
Jonah, you want to not be in the interview right now?
Oh, I can interview right now.
And I'm saying you want to not be in the interview or recording right now?
Oh shit, my bad. Yo, I legit thought that was not.
Just leave.
It's the interview. It says interview. Okay. Well,
That boy trying to explain himself. Just get the hell out.
we're recording. Okay. Well, now that that's been cut short, we're
One
gonna
take
move on
Jake.
anyway. One take Jake. I can't. What do you have any expectations for yourself going into this season?
To be a playoff team at bare minimum. I want to actually put forth the effort to try to win the championship this season.
You
Like
can totally
all
be
the
a
other
championship team.
seasons, all the other seasons, I joked around. Yeah, I'm gonna win the championship. No, this season I'm actually going to try to take it as serious as possible. Prove that I actually am a threat. A lot of people see me as a threat, but I mean, like last season I should have had a way better record than I did even before I quit. Like I feel like I should have only had 2 losses because some of those losses came to me making a silly misplay, and I was able to, you know, see the misplay. So I'm coming straight for the top. I seriously want to get me a championship this season.
I can't even focus. I'm just thinking about Jonah right now. It's so funny. But yeah, you could. I mean, you could have won the championship last year. To be honest, you beat Verd. So if what happened didn't happen and you were able to go all in for all of last season, you probably could have won.
it's
So
just
you've got what it takes to be to be a championship team.
Everything was stacked against me. It's like once I started losing interest because people started acting crazy, and then my computer literally just wouldn't let me record. Like nothing is different from back then when it wouldn't let me record. But every time I'd try to record on OBS, laggy, and it would tell me that what little error message you get when you're recording from OBS and it's saying stuff is higher and you should lower it. But even though the week prior I was recording fine. And then XSplit, lagging to hell. So I was just done. I was like, all right, you're basically telling me to stop YouTube for a while, and that's what I did.
Yeah, and then life hit, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. But yeah. And now, do you have any inspirations when it comes to battling, young lad?
Inspirations, no, because I don't like look at anyone and say, oh, I want to battle like him. That's never been my thing. But Shofu was the reason I got into competitive battling, just because I never knew it was a serious thing. Like I started Shofu Hayden Hardy.
Yeah,
Got me into
Hardy.
competitive battling. Once I found out competitive battling actually was something people did, they were the ones I watched first. And as far as league battling goes, I just loved it. And I would watch Joey and Miguel, like I would binge watch Joey, Miguel, and Dan, not to try to pick up what they do, because it's never a situation where you're actually going to be able to emulate somebody. You're not going to run the same sets as them. You're not going to have the same team as them. But I just looked at A-Drive mostly for help when it came to live comming, because if you guys haven't noticed, my live comm skills have increased exponentially from season 1 to season 2. So, yeah.
Cool. Now, that is the end of the interview. Thank you for your time, and I'm glad we kind of cut this now because I gotta get in the shower like right now. But, yeah, thank you, Mr. John, for being here. And
Hey.
I have uno mas question for you now that you know what that means.
Okay. No, I always knew what it meant. I just wanted to be a dipshit. I took Spanish for like 4 or 5 years.
Ah, dipshits, the best kind of shits. Now,
True.
who will be champion of PMC Season 3, Mr. Sir?
Oh, J Specs are right. Alright, John Boy. That's my new unit.
J Specs, not John. We're talking about the commissioner, not this new player that we're interviewing right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
He's
no.
kind of shit, to be honest.
Yeah, he's actually kind of trash, but we're not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna win it. You heard it here first. Well, I'm gonna try my best to win it. All right, I'm gonna put forth maximum effort. I'm back to where prepping is fun. Like I actually want to think about prep and put forth maximum effort with prep. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, man. I'm gonna try. My division's hard. My conference is hard.
My
I'm gonna
penis
do
is
what I
hard.
Yay!
Hashtag all in.
Oh my god, not that way.
2017.
No,
It's time.
don't go all in with the penis, please.
You heard it here first, boys and girls. If you want to be the champion, go all in with the penis. Goodbye. Say
Oh
goodbye.
my lord. Sweet Jesus.